Yeah, we're gonna have a fun cold walk, my dearest. Alright. Wow, look at that. Coming right over us. Yeah, that's my girl. What a trooper. It is blowing like crazy out here. Oh. Yep, let's keep going. All the snow by the back door. Are you cold?
I got it completely filled with snow.
Yeah. Alright.
Hurry up.
There you go. Oh. All right. Ooh. How's it looking? Good? All right, let's get the power on.
Snuggle up in the bed for a little bit.
Yeah, well, you gotta get down.
My hands are freezing.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that wind out there?
What?
Trying to find the wind. 8.1 mile an hour wind. I believe that.
Yeah, I believe it too. I can help you.
Alright, let me get the first little path done so I can go up and down these stairs and then you can do the rest, okay?
Is that double coated?
What's that? No, it's not bad.
Good, because I won't touch the cold thing.
You can do that for me, can't you?
Yeah.
We make it all the way across, the snow stops and the sun starts to come on. Want to set the shovel back up here then, honey?
Warm in here, so we need some more heat in here.
Yeah.
The fire will warm this place up.
You think so?
Yes, it will.
Oh, let's get some heat going, huh?
Yep. Should we snuggle up in the bed when you get the heat up?
Yeah, I'm sure we could do that. All right.
Is that ashes?
Yep, that's ashes. That's what's left over after we burn wood.
Little crispies of wood. Little tiny crispers.
Little crispers, yeah.
You more, Daddy?
A little you and me time is always wonderful, isn't it?
Because we're camping buddies.
Yes, we are. So we're gonna put a couple pieces of the pine in because pine burns really, really fast. And then try to grab a couple small piece like that. See what I'm doing, Rosie?
Yeah, you're putting
Another
that
small
those
piece.
wood back.
Yeah, we're gonna try, keyword.
Dad, look. They have the same exact.
All right, you think we're gonna get it?
Get what?
Get our nice fire going?
Yeah. What's that fluid thing?
Lighter fluid. So this makes the fire go fast.
Oh no.
Oh, you gotta open up the damper.
Now close the door.
Now it'll draw it back.
And now the warm air will come in.
Hopefully.
I want to see it in the fire.
Anything in there?
No, that's just I think there's a battery in there for something.
Yeah, for the shower.
2, 6. Ah,
Alright.
don't forget my socks. Okay?
We're up to 30 degrees in here.
I'm taking off my socks to put them on the fire.
Oh, yeah, I can hang them too. We gotta make sure that you warm up, kiddo.
But
I don't want no cold buggy. How are your toes?
you're good.
Good?
Come here.
You just set them on that table. It's getting warmer, 40, 41 now. It was 28, so it's now that fire is cooking, we're gonna be warm pretty quick.
Ah, I'm all doing nothing. What
So
planet Earth do we got?
we have caves, deserts, and ice worlds. This one is Great Plains, jungles, and shallow seas.
Rio.
Rio? You want to watch Rio?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll put in Rio again. You like watching Rio up here, don't you?
Yeah. At a cabin that has stuff with how the birds are dancing.
Yeah. Bird.
Rio is actually a parrot.
A parrot?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
I am not from here. You don't. Funny, you don't look like one. Really? I don't? Except you got bigger in your nose.
Country Bob's. Kind of looks like
What did you say?
Johnny's Hunter's Fly.
Beautiful.
This is a quick, easy meal I like to make sometimes. Just rice and one of them
That was fast.
sausage pack things, and makes a pretty good meal.
This place has everything we just needed. We have a table in here. We have a bedroom over there. Bathroom and shower. Couch over here. We have a TV, 2 TVs, it's everything.
Yeah. So these are the snowshoes I was wearing on my way in here. They're Expedition brand 1036 is the model number. These are awesome and they work really nice. They're aluminum framed and they do work quite well. But the issue I was having with them today is with these very aggressive ice cleats on the back. So when I was walking, I would sink down, you know, a foot in the snow, and then to pick my foot up, that's already a lot to get my foot up over that like foot. And it was just, with these ice cleats on, it was just a little bit too much that I needed to pick up my foot, and I kept catching them and then almost falling. And when you're pulling all that gear, that's just not that fun. So I'm gonna try, because I noticed that they're just a bolt on the back and a Phillips head on the front. So I'm gonna try to get them off. That way, when you walk, this is the edge of the snow, right? When you walk, your foot can kind of glide up, and it'll still have traction on the back, but it's not as aggressive per se. And you know, when you're walking, the snow is coming up through this pocket and everything else, so I don't really see, I don't really think I'm gonna be slipping if I take these off. We're gonna find out, but it just, I kept tripping over myself. And when you trip and you got 100+ pound of gear behind you plus a 40-pound kid and it yanks you, you do that enough times it hurts. So we're gonna try to make this easier, so when we get out, I shouldn't have to struggle so bad.
Guys, you're gonna I could fit.
You fit pretty good through there, don't
I
you?
can fit through these.
Wow. All right, so we got that off of there, and yeah. All right, it's about 2 o'clock. Not bad. 2 hours worth of heat. That oil is starting to unthaw.
Ooh, feathers. Ooh, these are pretty feathers. These are beautiful feathers.
Are they?
Yeah, look. They look like from a girl and boy owl
That's
feathers.
going to push that hot air to the back and just help warm that up. I mean, it's already warm enough back there where it melted all the snow on the ground, except for a little bit by the door. But putting this fan in helps significantly. Alright, so many people suggested different things to feed the birds, and we did bring up another loaf of bread just for the birds, but somebody mentioned black sunflower seeds. And so we're gonna give that a try. I don't know if they'll be out and about today with the wind, but
bird seed.
Yep.
But this is not too much.
Getting close. It's about 3:15. I think that those birds like that bird seed, although it's going to take them a while to get all of it. They can only get a couple at a time. But I think that's probably a healthier choice for them than the bread. Got Rosie just resting, watching a little bit of stuff on my phone. We got Survivor Man going. It's just hanging out. Really peaceful here today, especially knowing that it's just kind of too windy to really go out and do much. Tomorrow will be our day. We'll go out and explore. Throughout the day, though, the temperature has been slowly dropping from, what was it, 18 when we got here? Now it's kind of down to 15. So still about 7.5 mile an hour winds. But yeah, really peaceful here today. But I tell you what, that walk across the lake was brutal. There's like a upper crust on that snow, and once you bust through the crust, you drop down maybe a foot in some of them spots, and then you're trying to pick up your whole snowshoe, and then that little ice grabber was getting caught, and it was a little brutal, but wore me out for today, that's for sure.
Well, how much is in there? Can I have a bite of one?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll only get 4 in at a time. Yeah. That's okay. We have all the time in the world, don't we?
Huh?
That's salty. Any given time, there's about 10,000 of these icebergs
Is that good?
floating around in the eastern Arctic waters.
And just space them out a little bit so that they don't get squished against the side.
What?
You're cute. Yeah, I think we're going to do about 4 of them at a time, okay?
No,
Yeah.
just
1, 2, 3, and 4.
at the tip of the iceberg.
Alright, we're going to try out the cookies in the cast iron here. About 350.
Right now, there aren't a lot of animals out here.
We'll see how long it takes. That cast iron will take a long time to heat up, but we should have some cookies hopefully here shortly. Those look perfect. Ooh. These are Rosie's boots. They're Sorel brand, and they have these removable, I think they're probably wool liners. Almost looks like a wool with like that reflective material in the middle. But it's really nice because you get some wet and then you can dry them out by the fire. So that was nice. And I found these couple clothespins, so that's really nice too. Because some of the stuff the person wants to dry out, it doesn't really fit or, you know, fold over the top. So a good example would be like my gloves. They don't really fit on there good, but I can just put them up like this. There, good. These socks are dry. She got her pants all wet. Those are dry now. My hat's good and dry. That's the best thing about a wood stove is like you can have like totally soaked pants or hat and it'll dry within what feels like just minutes. Alright, so last time we were up here we had a pork loin and I cooked it on the grill. Lots of helpful suggestions. They said you need to cook it on the top rack, you need to wrap it in foil, stuff like that. So I think what I'm going to do is wrap this in foil and actually cook it in the oven inside, just because if it's wrapped in tin foil I'm not actually going to get much grill flavor into this, and it'll be a lot more efficient on propane to cook it inside, because with the wind blowing out there it's going to be brutal to try to keep that the grill at like a 400 degrees or whatever. So when I had it on low for cookies it was over 400. I'm gonna keep it down low. Put this right on the middle rack. We're gonna cook it. It's 5:10ish right now, so we'll cook it for an hour, 45 minutes, and then check it. Yeah, it's all pine, but that's okay. It all burns. Right, Bug? She normally likes corn.
Dad, do you mind if I take this? If it's not.
Go right ahead. What a treat, eh? Yeah, I was really going for like one of them angel hair pasta noodle sides, but we didn't have it. There we go. That's a lot of food for her.
Hopefully we get a bunny tomorrow.
Well, what I'm not going to eat is the inside.
If we don't, we'll keep that open. It cannot be by the path though.
Alright, so why don't you get started?
I mean, I want to
Glass
put my cutter.
Sure.
Ooh, Peter's orange yet.
Orange, yeah. Floss up, kiddo. 2 minutes, okay? There we go. Kiddo, come over here and let me do some of your hair while we do this. my water and my tea. And for my snack tonight is very typical for me. I have a ham sandwich. And for a condiment I have mustard. If you know me, I eat a lot of the same foods. It does not bother me. I could probably eat sandwiches, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the reason why I do that, or I eat a lot of the same stuff, is because I know that this sandwich goes down good and makes me feel good. And so I'll eat lots of sandwiches because they're safe. They had a really good sale on this Colgate Max Fresh the other week at Costco. It was a 5-pack for like $4.98.
Guess what, Dad?
What's that?
In one of my bins downstairs, I have these characters.
Oh yeah?
Yep. I'll show you when we get downstairs to play tomorrow.
Okay.
Is your camera on?
Yep.
Sorry if I just walked past it. Is it okay if I walk past it?
Yeah, that's fine.
It was silly when you cut the camera.
There's the okay. Should we throw some bread out there for it for breakfast?
Yeah, and maybe put a little more feed.
Good.
Like Nightmare Moon. She's one of the favorite queens. And like Princess Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
She's probably queen of Ponyville. And mine is Princess. And I love her.
You love her?
She's my favorite stuffy. Yeah. Yeah, we should have bought a hot cocoa up here.
I thought about it, but then we'd have to bring milk, and I was unsure if we wanted to do that.
Oh, I will. And if you can find something you can Oh, thank you.
See if that does it.
What?
Dad, today's gonna be the best day ever.
Best day ever?
Uh-huh.
No.
Now what time is it?
8:45.
It's 45.
All right, we are going to go out and put some snow in these pots and melt it down because I think I'm going to be just short of water for doing dishes tonight. Plus I got quite a few dishes to do right now, so we're going to start melting water for dishes. Now we just put the snow in here. It's a fun little science experiment.
Dad, our camping days are right there.
Camping Jays? Are they watching us?
Yep.
Awesome.
I think they're just trying to get us. I think they're trying to get our attention for like more blood.
Probably.
Because they probably have babies.
That way we get an idea how much water we got. Alright. So, a little tiny bit of water in there. Okay, so what I'm thinking we can do for a funnel here, take this out, we use our knife, sharp, right? This.
I was kind of thinking about that.
We were. Is it a good idea?
Hey, Daddy.
Okay.
Why
That
do
kind of
we
looks like a funnel, right?
No, I don't know what the funnel is.
Oh, and then what we'll do is we'll put this in there. You want to know why?
Why?
So when we pour the water in there, this will catch all the debris and stuff that's in the water. Okay? Like that.
Funnel.
Then, let's see here, we put it right here. And maybe my helper could hold the handle while I dump some water in there. Could you do that for me? Okay, now this water, it's not warm or nothing, okay?
Cold.
It's cold. Okay. Got it? We'll go slow and easy. See how that's getting all the debris out of it? I haven't quite found the way I like it yet with this coffee here. I think what throws me off is, well, I mean, the ingredients is just 100% coffee. But what's throwing me off is the acidity. There's like no acidity in it, so that throws me off a little bit. I think that's my best one yet. Alright, so I just opened up this mac and cheese and I do not see the packet in it for the cheese sauce. Oh, there it is, okay. Oh, geez. It's a little different. I was looking for the big white one. Okay, good. Oh, there's a little activity. Maybe Rose wants to connect the dots. There, add a little oil. This will prevent
Can I help you?
prevent the foam from coming up and over. Keep that all down.
Can I help you with them today?
You know, this place is supposed to be good for cleaner as well. That's the way looking at this metal, got a bit of an idea
Mac and cheese.
what to do here. So I can get it picked up.
And give her a little yogurt tube. What is this one? Unicorn yogurt tube.
It's gonna work, I think. Okay, so this is charged cloth. All I have to do is try to get a spark to land right onto it, and it should catch a glow.
Which one do you want to do? This one?
I'm the one.
Hmm?
I'm the one.
You are.
Sweaty.
Sweaty?
Uh-huh.
That's a pickle, you know. All right, are you set?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on tight. You want to sit back on it the right way? Gonna head over to Grandpa's place. I'm gonna put you guys in my backpack and I'll pull you out when we get over there.
Excuse me?
How you doing, kiddo?
Good.
Good. We made it out to the trail. Looks like it's pretty nicely groomed. That's great. You sure do good work on that. Alright, now we gotta head to Grandpa's. Along the way, we gotta find some birch bark for getting the fire started for Dad in a couple days. What a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky, sun is shining. Oh, it's beautiful. That pine tree there is a big one that's gonna have to come down as part of our clearing of dead trees project. This one here and that one there. Both those pine trees are ready to come down. This one here is another one. Looks like it fell over maybe last year. That one's a goner. That one's not too big. You know, snowshoes are sinking up to my knees. Alright, I'm gonna get some of this birch bark so that when Dad comes up in a few days, he'll be able to start a fire quick and easy. That there's a big one. A bunch of them in here that are dead or the tops are snapped off, and like that one's a leaner, so it's gonna break, probably fall right in the road. So we just have to go through and clean up these because they're a fire hazard, and we could use the firewood. So making our rounds here, I'm taking a bunch of photos for Grandpa, and it looks like there's a snowshoe hare. There's tracks on the other side too, but it looks like it's living underneath his deck for the winter. All right, borrowed a hatchet. Oh. And we get a picture of Rose on the very front. All right, should we head back?
Yep.
All right. I think my fix on these worked. Now I can kind of glide the snowshoe over the snow, and I don't seem to be tripping. So. Alright, so we went out and went on a good walk. Beautiful day out. But we were out there for maybe an hour, hour and a half. Came back, we're warming up for a half hour, then we're going to head back out, probably go on Lakeside. I want to travel down and kind of that way to see what's all over there. While we were out, I went and borrowed Grandpa's hatchet, so I was able to get a bunch of kindling split for Dad when he comes up. And then I went and got some birch bark as well. So when Dad comes up, hopefully in a few days, starting a fire will be nice and easy for him. So yeah, well, this thing's heating up. It was down to 69 degrees, so we bumped it back up. Now we're up to 76. Seems like that 78 to 80 is pretty nice. And look at that, with the sun out, we're up to 17 degrees. Wonderful. Alright, we are heading back out. This time we're going to go Lakeside, and we're going to head off to the left here and look at a couple beautiful trees. So here I am walking down this hill. Not too bad. Alright. Oh. Oh. Think about that. Cattails are the worst for snow. It really likes to collect there. Huh? Yeah, I think I'm alright. You see how this beaver chewed this thing? That is cool. Like a multiple spots. Wonder why. I've never seen a beaver do it quite like that. You see that bug? Yeah. Here's a beaver lodge. All right. Just think, Rosie, there's literally beavers in there sleeping right now. Isn't that funny? Are you feeling on top of the world? You see the tunnels? There's that tunnel over there. Probably from a mouse. That's kind of cool though.
That's something you see every day.
No, you don't see that every day. I imagine it's probably from a mouse. Is that a rainbow?
Yep.
Nice job, kiddo. Try not to wipe out this time. Alright, dinner is this big chunk of ham. But I mean, it was $11.76, so I felt like that was a really good deal. But I have no idea how long, I don't know how long it's fully cooked, so we just kind of got to heat it up, I guess. But alright, so with dinner here, we're going to be making some mashed potatoes, the instant kind. Yep. And fresh cut green beans. Add our potatoes. Stir with the fork. Get you want lots of green beans?
Yes.
Alright.
Is this flashlight warm?
That's a big slab of ham.
Cut that up. Brutal canyon. I'm going in 7 days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine a whole week?
Oh,
We were out here for 2 days, well, 3 days.
3 days live.
Because we came out here yesterday. We're here all day today. We'll be here tomorrow. Alright. Do you want to tell everybody good night?
Good night.
Do we have a story today?
Yep.
Alright. 12, almost 12 below zero out there. Alright, so we got the stove loaded up really good. There is a big chunk of pine in here, but that was kind of like the only piece I had that would fit. So last night I did an excellent job of stocking this where it was in the 70s all night. It was really warm and nice. But what I got behind on was actually the refilling of the wood box. So it was cold last night. I was lazy. I didn't go and grab a few pieces and bring it in here. And that caught up with me kind of midday today. So what happened was on the wood pile on that side of the tent outside there, the way the wind blows, it must have blew some snow up in there. And we had a few warm days that melted the snow, and then it froze back up again. And so the wood's like, it's seasoned wood, but it's wet. It has that wet, icy layer on it. And I made the mistake of letting this go low, this wood box here. So when I put the wood in there, even though it was hardwood, it took a long time for all that moisture to kind of evaporate out of that wood and for it to burn. And we ended up having the tent kind of in the 60s, which isn't that bad, but really the tent, I'd say the ideal temperature in the tent, because there's, you know, the floor is colder than the up above and stuff. It's probably like 75 to 80 degrees. 82 is where it gets a little hot, but like that 78 degree range is kind of where we like it. And I couldn't really get that. I was about 10 degrees short. So this evening I made sure I stocked the wood box, but I am stocking it with a little bit of hardwood and a lot of pine. Dad's coming up hopefully the middle of this upcoming week. I think that's kind of dependent on his calf that's coming or something like that, but he's supposed to be up here, and I want to make sure he has hardwood, and that'll probably be the final winter trip here to the tent. So anyways, yeah, so the pine burns great. We have an abundance of pine up here, so we're going to be burning a lot of pine, I think, come these up and coming years with all of that. But you know, the BTU and a chunk of hardwood is a lot better than a chunk of pine. And if you're looking for something that's going to last all night, hardwood is definitely it. But during the day, when you're up and you can manage the fire, burning pine is great. You know, it burns, you have to run it a little hotter and it burns a little faster, but it gets the job done, no issues. So And I woke up, I think around 4 or 5 o'clock. And I did put, I think I got 2 pieces on here, but it was in the 60s at that point in time also. We'll see what temperature it is in here. Butter to
Got their flower thing. I wonder how we get a fox trap, but Dad, foxes are not predators, they're friends.
Are they?
Yeah, they're nice. They're really nice.
Okay.
I didn't hear nothing. Daddy?
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing.
All right. Got the fridge popped open. And power's off. Everything looks good. Yeah, I wonder. That's locked. Put my snowshoes on and we'll start trekking.
I can't wait.
Easier if we do the sledge first. About these cat. You're gonna float right on top. Cause you're light.
Of what?
What's that?
Of what?
You float right on top of the snow on this like little crust. Alright, we made it across. And it took us about a half the amount of time it did the first time. So, oh, beautiful day though. It's actually so warm. I'm in a sweatshirt and I'm sweating. Oh, should we get out of here, kiddo?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, let's get out of here. Okay? You pinch it? Alright everyone, thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed. It was a good time and yeah, had a lot of fun. So thanks for coming with, and I'll see you guys in another video.